First, my dad was in the Marines in World War II in Saipan, so I learned a lot from him growing up. And he did a heck of a job raising us, along with my mom, who was a nurse.
My oldest son died in 2007. My whole family's fondest memory of Greg is Greg being at the wake. It was like from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 8 o'clock at night, and Greg was one of the first ones to show up and one of the last ones to leave. Anybody that walked in the door, he was the first to get them a seat. He was getting people ice water. My family, we already loved him, but it was incredible what he did.
You know, he's really just someone that truly is saint-like, and he'll put you before anyone else.
In the most unsuspecting, hardest times, he's the guy that is there to help push you through.
Just 100% commitment to every human he comes in contact with.
It's just so clear to everyone, you know, when he's talking to you or when you see him talking to somebody else, that he just genuinely cares.
He must have been raised in a great family, mother and father and brothers, because I see that when he deals with individuals through weddings, through funerals, through people getting injured, people in the hospital. He makes a point of going to help that family out.
To me, St. Ed's was a place where the great wrestlers went, and I wasn't that. I never thought about it until he came up to me and said, "Have you ever thought about coming here?" You know, if I didn't get the education I got here, I don't know that I'd go to the Air Force Academy. I don't go to the Air Force Academy, I have no idea what I would have done for 24 years.
He drove kids to Fargo. The wrestling room at St. Ed's needed unlocked and nobody else had a key. He drove all the way back from Fargo to unlock the wrestling room so these guys could get a workout in, and then went all the way back out to Fargo.
But I mean, he took it to a new level of winning, like Howard Ferguson had the 11 with the national championships, but he and Coach Urbas exceeded that.
It wasn't just winning. He was actually more about building the character and developing us into men.
He always liked to tell the stories. I always remember the kids' grade point average. I never remember their win-loss record.
He wants people to reach their goals. He wants them to reach their potential.
Just how he taught you to just be the best version of yourself and to be the best man that you could be.
You accomplish something athletically. It's in your heart, it's in your mind forever and ever and ever. But it has to be more than the sport, because the sport ends.
You really don't think of St. Ed's wrestling and not think of him.
And you know, his legacy of St. Ed's wrestling is, I don't think it'll ever be matched.
Coach Urbas was in the Marines, devoted his life to coaching and teaching. His family is and will always be St. Ed's.
You're allowed to have 14 state champs. Coach them so that you have 14 state champs. Set the bar super high and go for it.
The thing that I really wanted to do when I got up here was to thank Coach Urbas on behalf of all of us for everything that you've done. We all owe you a lot, and we thank you.
I talked to the kids about Teddy Roosevelt. He gave a big speech, and it's a real long speech. And basically it says it's better to try to compete than be with those cold and timid souls that know neither victory nor defeat. I just said it's right there. It's better to have competed than not have competed.